Hello everyone, this is Aisha Adams, the Mind Doctor, and today I just want to take you on a journey to setting achievable goals. And so I'm going to be sharing with you tips and steps that you can take to set goals that you are going to achieve. Like, how have I been achieving my goals? How have I been living the life of my dreams? How has it been that I have been able to publish books, speak at different kinds of events, run courses of my own, collaborate with people both locally and internationally. Basically, how have I been able to go about achieving my set goals, my life goals, and my dreams? What have I done differently? Well, first of all, I think that it's important that we understand, like, okay, what is goal setting? I understand that this is a word that a lot of us use very flippantly. We use it often, especially when we're moving from one business year to the next. So we're in a new business year, and I know that a lot of organizations or companies or individuals are sort of reviewing their life vis-a-vis what happened in the previous year, and they're like, okay, so how can this year's closing be better than what I had last year? How can I be more intentional with my work, with my life, with my business, with my relationships in this business year? Well, I think I like to say that goal setting in layman terms is basically um, putting a name to things that you want to achieve. So it's the process of you take active steps, towards achieving your dreams. So it's one thing to dream, but how do your dreams come to life? They come to life by you having actionable goals. So they're like active steps that you can take to bringing your dream into reality. Basically, that's what it is. Um, and why is it important that we need to discuss about goal setting? What makes my dream come alive, and what stops yours from going from coming to life? The other day, I asked a question on my page, and I said, if you had this assurity that anything that you wanted to come to pass can come to pass, like you don't need to worry, but you're being told like you need to ditch one habit, like one bad habit that you're currently holding on to, that is getting in the way of you getting the goodness that is coming to you, what would it be? And it was interesting to see the responses, and a lot of the responses spoke to procrastination. And so this is a gift for every one of you that responded on that post, and you, my amazing family here on social media. I am just gifting you this video with the hope that you'll be more intentional in the decisions that you make and the goals that you set, and in bringing your life dreams to life. So I think that the first step for me is always about why do I want to even achieve my goals? Why bother dreaming? Why bother having goals? And I think that the way I would respond to that would be that to be alive is to dream. How can you not explore, your mind's eye, to and its ability to come up with different kinds of pictures? I have been a dreamer for as long as I have been alive. Like, I was one child that used to like reading a lot, and whenever I read, I would start to imagine that I was working through the journey that the book was presenting to me in real life, like in real time. I literally would see in my mind's eye, the bracelets that was gifted to the lady, or the house that they were living. I literally would go and feel the emotions, almost like it was me that it was happening to. And so we have always been dreamers. But then, more importantly, when we talk about life dreams, we're talking about things that you would like to see in your life, things that you would like to become, things that you would like to be known for, a way that you would like to end your life. Like, what good would you want to be remembered for. I think that's how I think about life goals. I think about life dreams in terms of what memory do I want to leave people with, whether I'm here or gone. Whenever I'm not with them, what memory of me do I want them to hold on to? And this is what informs my life dreams. And because I'm big on leaving people in a good state, I'm big on leaving people in a better state than I met them. And it's a very compelling dream of mine. I am very intentional about going for these dreams, and I don't usually I don't allow fear to get in the way. And I think this is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people procrastinate. If you go into your mind's eye and you think clearly, you would notice that one of the reasons why you procrastinate is either because you feel like you're not good enough for what it is you want to achieve, or because you're like, I don't have what it takes to bring this to life. Well, maybe when I delay it, I will finally have an excuse to not do it. But most times when we procrastinate on something that is important, we find ourselves still worrying about it, still thinking about it, still being unable to concentrate, even as we're getting distracted with other things. And so the way that I overcome this is that I'd have a do it now attitude. If I have to do something and it's something that I'm scared of, or something that I don't like, I'm just like, what's the worst that can happen? And then I go for it. And so if you are struggling with fear of achieving a particular goal, if you're struggling with procrastination, perhaps you need to have a do it now attitude. And then number 2 would be to have an accountability partner. Have someone that would call you to account, someone who is as invested in your goals as you are, or someone who needs your support to help them also achieve their goals. Now, having touched on procrastination, now what are some steps that you can take to setting goals and achieving these goals? I think the first thing will be that you need to think clearly about why you want to achieve your goals, because your why needs to be compelling. Just today I was having a conversation with a young man who was really taken with the fact that I had gone about publishing books and doing stuff, and I said that I think one of the biggest things for me had been my why. My why was so compelling, it kept me sleepless at night, and because of this, it was easier for me to be very dogged even when I had excuses and reasons why I should not have gone ahead. And so what's your why? You need to sit down and really brainstorm and be clear on why you want to do what you want to do. You need to take your time to consider what it is that you really want to achieve in your life. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to do? What kind of memories do you want to leave people with about you? And then once you are clear on this, you then set SMART goals. Now, SMART is relative. What you think is smart might not be what I think is smart. What I think is smart might seem like humongous for you, and that's fine. It's not really about whether my goals look bigger than yours or yours look bigger than mine. What is important is that, do you feel fulfilled with the goals that you're setting for yourself? Do you feel like do you have that feeling like, I'm there, I have arrived? Do you feel that way? And if you do, then that's fine. But if you don't, then make sure you do not micromanage setting goals because of fear. Because your Lord is bigger than the fear that you have, and He is able to do all things. And I'm a person of faith, and I think that when we approach our goal setting with faith and trust in God, we are able to dream as far as our mind can take. Number 2 would be that it is important that you write it down. If you have a goal that you want to achieve, a dream you want to achieve, it is important that you write it down. Some time ago, I stumbled on a book that I had journaled in, because I journaled a lot, and I have always had this habit. And I stumbled on it, and I was reading through something I had written many years ago, and I was shocked to realize that some of the things that I am doing now are things that I had actually written on that I wanted to do. And what that did for me was, it made me really happy. It made me realize that I had always had clarity on where I was going, and these dreams had now come to life. A good number of them had come to life. So I would recommend you write it down. If you want something to come to life, then writing it down is the best way to go. So pen it down. Have a book of ideas, a book that you share your thoughts in, a book that helps you hold your secrets, things that you are yet to achieve, that reminds you. And if you're not the book type, you could use your phone. You could use, you know, a writing space on your phone, but to write it down. Write your thoughts down, write your goals down. Put in a place where you can see, somewhere that is accessible to you, that you can easily go back and say, okay, I have this goal here. I want to do something about this goals. I want to take action on these things. Number 3 would be that you need to set progressive goals. So, let's say that you want to write a book. Having progressive goals would be that, well, I want to write a book. That's the end goal. And I want to write a book because I want to inspire excellence in people. And the topic I want to write is this. And so the way to set a progressive goal would be that you have small dots that would lead to the big dots. So to write the book, I need to choose a title. I need to write an outline. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do that. You write them down. And so as you are ticking the smaller dots, you will feel happy with yourself, because you feel like, okay, I am getting there. You start to feel closer to your goals, and that's how I work whenever I'm writing a book or doing a big project. I write out everything that I need to do, and then I start to tick it one after the other till I finally get the total picture of what I want. The next thing I would recommend is that you need to have short-term goals and long-term goals. The long-term goals gives you like a holistic picture of what the total package is, and the short-term ones seems close to the progressive. It's just that, let's say that I want to be one of the best entrepreneurs in Africa. What does it mean to be the best entrepreneur in Africa? What skill set does the person possess? What does the work of the person look like? What social circles does the person move in? And then after I write all of this, I look at that vis-a-vis what I currently have. And then I'm like, okay, this is what I have, this is what I want to get, this is what I need to do to get here. And then I'm like, okay, what are some of the things that I can do right now to start to work towards this? And I take those ones and I set them as my short-term goals. What are the things that seems far-fetched that I'm going to have to take a long walk towards to achieve them? And when in my schedule am I going to fix these long-term goals, so that as I'm ticking off the short-term goals, I'm able to start on the long-term. What this does for you is that as you start to tick the short-term goals, you start to feel closer to your dream, and it encourages you to continue on that path. We are human beings, and we are constantly oscillating between one emotional state and the other, and we need to be encouraged. And the way that you stay encouraged is to ensure that you have sprinkles of short-term goals across your long-term goals in such a way that from time to time you are able to celebrate wins and say, okay, I'm closer to what I want to achieve. And another thing that you need to do is that you need to set priorities for the goals. Which one needs to go first? Don't just say, oh, I have all these goals and I have to be doing all of them at the same time. It would wear you out, you will get tired. But if you set, okay, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and you're ticking the boxes along that, it helps you to stay focused and clear, and take that out of the way before you go to the next. And it gingers you, it gives you that energy to say, okay, since I have been able to do well in this, then I'll probably be able to make progress, and my dream is achievable. And the other thing I would do, which always works for me, is that I always set deadlines to myself. If I want to write a book right now, or I have a course that I want to do and I want to excel at, I tell myself, okay, I want to do this course by the end of April. For me to do the course, how long do I need to take? What do I need to do? Okay, I want to write this book, and I want this book to be published by, say, July. Okay, if my book is going to be published by July, what are all the things that I need to do to ensure that the book is ready? I would need at least 6 weeks for marketing. You should use more than that, but I'm just giving an example, a hypothetical example. And so because I'm going to use at least 6 weeks for that, I need to ensure that my book is done. I have sent it out to my beta readers and all of that. And so that is already in my plan, such that my deadline is in front of me. And so I set deadlines for even the smaller tasks in such a way that, okay, I'm running out of time, I need to do this. And this helps me a lot. It helps me to tick boxes faster, because I set very short timelines for myself, such that I don't have time to play around. I'm on the task immediately. So do that for yourself as well. Set deadlines, hold yourself accountable, and make sure that when you set those deadlines, if you meet up with the deadline, you celebrate yourself. If you don't, you you deny yourself of something. What that does for you is that it forces you to become accountable. And the last but not the least will be that it is important that you evaluate your goals. Evaluate your goals and see from time to time, and see if you are moving off a tangent, because sometimes you have goals, you've set them, you're moving on, and because you're achieving, you find yourself staying on one point. You shouldn't stay too long on a point, especially if it has been achieved. Are you shifting from the points that you are achieved to the things that you need to do, or are you staying on one path and telling yourself, oh, I'm still achieving, and so let me stay on and I'm doing well? No, you cannot deceive yourself. You have to be very honest with yourself, and you have to be truthful to you have to stay true to your dreams. Yeah, you have to stay true to your dreams. Now, I know I've shared these tips with you. What can we do beyond this? Well, I would like to invite you for the Goal Achievers Challenge. I'm starting a challenge in a few days' time. Turn on the post notifications. And this challenge is intended to hold you accountable to some of the dreams that you had that you have not achieved in different areas of your life. As you know, my work is always in a holistic way, and so we're going to be looking through your life in 5 areas: in your spirituality, in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, and in your self-development goals. This challenge is going to help you set smart goals. It's going to help you start to work towards ticking at least one of those, if not more, and it's going to help you stay in a community of people who are supporting one another to achieving their goals for this year. If this is something that you would like to, be a part of, then turn on your post notifications and watch out for my posts. There's going to be a link. Sign up. It is free. The challenge is free. I just want to be there for you guys. I just want to support you to start to live the life of your dreams, because you have the capability to do so. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. And this is going to be a 5-day challenge, and whoever holds themselves accountable during this period is going to get something amazing. The top 3 people would definitely get a fantastic gift. So watch this page. It has been beautiful sharing my thoughts with you on goal setting. I hope you found this video beneficial. If you do, then please subscribe, follow my page, and share it with somebody else. Okay then, take care. Have a lovely evening.